I'm Esther.
And I'm Susie. And this is Limited Time Only.
Brief, a pick-me-up in shorter podcast form.
You're like the Carol Vorderman of the podcast.
A thick Carol Vorderman. Boom. What's 10 plus 10? Give me a moment. Where's my calculator?
I can't make it work. Sorry, Richard Madeley.
Richard Madeley. Does he do it now?
Oh, no, Richard Madeley. What was his name? No, it's Colin, the Irish guy. Colin.
Oh, Colin, who used to really like listening
Colin
to
and
Edith.
Edith.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now he
surname?
promotes Countdown.
Presents.
Countdown. Hello. Welcome to Limited Time Only. I listen to Countdown. Countdown.
That did not sound right.
You are wrong. You're a naughty person. I'm thinking of, the philosopher.
I was raised on Carry On films, I'll have you know. Everything is aubergines to me.
Everything.
And big boobies.
That's the title of your autobiography. Everything is aubergines. I mean, we're back to aubergines. We spoke about aubergines a while ago.
We did.
Floating.
No, it was the fat neck thing.
No, that wasn't that. Floating aubergines, the name of our strip club
that was
for
it.
over 40s.
Yes.
Troopers. I mean, we said this is the second time we've said it. It might actually happen. Right. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another chaotic episode of Limited Time Only Brief.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are.
Oh, who used to say that? Was it David Frost?
No, it was from the Truman Show.
No, there was a famous broadcaster.
Oh yes, but it didn't.
Good
but
morning,
I think
good evening, good night.
Yes, afternoon. He did. But I was thinking of the Truman Show where Jim Carrey says, "If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night."
Oh, I need to watch it again. I haven't seen it for a very long time.
It's one of my favourite films. It's such a good film.
We should discuss this another time.
Yeah, because we've got 10 minutes to talk about something else.
We've got 10 minutes. I'm going to start the timer and then tell you what it is.
Stick it up, Carol.
I don't want to. I don't think she'd like it very much. Right. Okay.
Do you know, we went to a party with Carol Vorderman now. I've met Carol Vorderman twice, and she is without doubt the sexiest woman I've ever seen in my life.
Apart
Do you remember when we went to a party, apart from Susie, obviously? Back to the aubergine. We went to a birthday party of,
we did.
Of a very famous mutual friend who we've known since we were children. And Carol Vorderman was there, and she was hella hot.
Yeah,
she was. She was 60, say, and she was, hella hot.
She's
Anyway,
probably the sexiest woman in the room, apart from you.
She absolutely was.
Yeah.
Yes, she absolutely was. I would.
And funnily enough, I was at an acting workshop the other day, and I did a monologue, and the character was unnamed, so I decided to call her Carol.
Oh, did you?
So maybe we need to get Carol Vorderman on the show. I think this is what it's telling me.
Carol Vorderman on the show.
I would actually.
We'd be very out of our depth.
We would. She's got.
Although
I don't think you and her have got similar sized tits.
Mine are all natural, baby. Mine are estrogen issues. And
mine. Oh, I can't see them. They're not. Right. Anyway, so 10 minutes.
Yeah. God, this is
madder than normal.
I know.
I don't know what's happened. I think it's the astrological systems.
Yes. I think it's lack of sleep for me. It sends me a bit hysterical.
Actually, that's probably true. Our topic this week has been suggested by Lucy Brown, and the topic is running.
Okay.
Running. And I'll tell you for why. She suggested that. Because I always feel like Bryn out of Gavin and Stacey. I tell you for why. Because Lucy is a brilliant runner. And the last time I saw her she was running past my house here in Hove, doing the London Marathon. The London Marathon, she got very lost. She'd run way further than she should have done. No, she's running the Brighton Marathon.
Hey, Lucy, that way.
It's not London anymore. She was running the Brighton Marathon, and I and our mutual friend Catherine were there with water and a packet of mini cheddars, some love hearts and a towel ready to give her. This was mile 21.
Wow.
She completed, I mean, this is the third or fourth marathon she's run. And so that was a few weeks ago. And then on Sunday, she ran the Birmingham half marathon.
Wow.
So she's putting us to shame.
She is putting us to shame.
So
Very
let's
much
talk
so.
about
I'm sat
running.
down talking to you. You run quite a bit though, don't you?
I have to admit to have not done much running since January because I broke my little toe.
Well, I think we were allowed to let you off for that one, Suze.
Well, you had to because I was in agony for weeks and could barely walk. Never mind run. It's fully healed now. I mean, I'm the sort of person who, if I get an injury or an illness or whatever, I think it's going to last forever. I'm
okay. Yep.
convinced, and I fall into a sort of depression about what the future of my life is going to be like with the fact that I can't walk because I've got it was my little toe on my left foot. My little toe was broken, therefore my entire life was doomed.
Yes, catastrophizing, I think they call that.
Yes, I'm a catastrophizing Carol. So I've run probably once since then, which is.
But do you pick it up again quite quickly?
It will take me a while to get back to the level I was at. Not that I was amazing, but I'd certainly progressed. I was doing this app. It's a Nike app, and it's free. And it takes you through. Although, my God, the coaches are annoying.
Oh, are they?
I was like, just shut up. Stop talking.
Yeah, no.
Tell me what I've got to do, and then shut up.
Why? What are they saying to you?
Well, it's just constant. And then one of them, who's the chief coach at Nike, apparently, he's actually, is he American or British? Anyway, it was annoying, but he just kept talking, making terrible jokes. And I thought, if you were real, I probably would have lamped you by now. I'd have pushed you into the sea and carried on.
I can't be doing it with anything like that. I when I have run, I went through a phase of doing couch to 5K.
Yeah.
And when I do Sarah Millican, and that is lovely. So basically I have Sarah Millican, and then and she only talks intermittently, and you have your own soundtrack playing. So you get, go on, pet, you're doing really well.
Oh,
and,
that's nice. That's what you want. You just want a little bit of encouragement. You don't want some stupid gags or wordplay in your ear. Someone being smug and clever.
No.
I just want the information about work. But I persevered with it because I was training for the half marathon, which I didn't run in the end. Partly because I had a broken toe, partly because I was working in a different city and couldn't have done it anyway. So just I have signed up for next year for the Brighton half, so I'll give it a go then. But I usually listen to podcasts, so I'll listen to Kirsty Gallagher, her Cosmic Weather Report on. Which comes out on a Sunday, or I'll listen to The Archers, or I'll listen to Lindsay Mack, who was our guest in series 4, talking about the month ahead from her tarot perspective. So, or drama, or anything, or The Archers podcast, indeed, with Emma Freud, another one of our guests. I basically listen to podcasts that feature our guests.
Yeah.
So if you want me to listen to your podcast, you need to come on the show.
Yeah,
I think that's a good incentive, isn't it, really?
And give us a pet.
Give us a pet.
Like, I've got a kitten now from Emma Freud, and I'm sorry, she set the bar so high that all future guests have to give us something fantastic. Well, that's just the way it is.
We're going to have to put that in the email.
Yeah,
the invite
stipulation, small print in the contract, so we get really good people on, and then they don't know that they've signed to give us something amazing. Yeah,
you have to give us.
Emma Freud gave, and Richard Curtis gave me a kitten, and I'm sorry, nothing can top that.
Well, I actually do think a holiday, the two of us being sent off to the Maldives for a couple of weeks would probably be close.
Yeah. I think, although you've not met Pablo yet, and she's exquisite. And I had to move her off my lap earlier because she wanted to nap, and she cuddles right in and she purrs, and she's and the other night we went out and we got home, and then she was on the landing and she'd been looking for us, and then she came and put her head through the little bars and was touching my face and kissing my nose.
Oh, very sweet.
She's exquisite. But back to running.
Back to running. So I do. Go on then. What's your?
So I have enjoyed running when I've done it. The thing that I find is I'm quite self-conscious when I run because I go like Violet Beauregard when I exercise. I go completely like purple
and round.
Or more red actually.
Okay.
Like the most scarlet. Like my Celtic the Celtic part of my genetics comes out, and I go very, very red. And so I sort of feel slightly self-conscious. But when I was running, I did really enjoy it. And I remember it was a few years ago now, and then my son put his hand around me and he went, "Oh, I can get my arms even further around you." And that was quite quick, which I quite liked.
Yes.
But I did enjoy it. I enjoyed doing the Sarah Millican one. And the reason I stopped was it was September, October, and I damaged my ankle. I did something to my ankle, so I stopped again. So
which is sensible, because people keep going
sensible.
Sometimes with an injury, and then they...
But then that was probably about 6 years ago, and I haven't started again.
Right. So I haven't run since January, and you haven't run since 2019.
Yes, I did. I do sometimes. I have tried to go out for a run with my husband, and I think I've said this before, and bless him, he's so... I just want to say fit, but I'm going to start laughing. He's well so fit. And he was running ahead of me, and then he'd run back to me, and I was just like, this just makes me feel like a loser.
Yeah.
So then he's really good, but I know I still feel this sense of always running really slowly by the side of me. But do you know who I am quite inspired by? You know, the Scummy Mummies, Helen Thorne from the Scummy Mummies, who couldn't run and started running, and now does loads of marathons. And I'm sort of quite inspired by her fitness journey. In fact, I am going to join the gym again, and I'm joining one that does really nice classes, and I'm going to join that next week, because I've got too much on this week. But then I really want to prioritize it.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really important. There are 3 classes that I really like. There's Body Pump, which is weights to music, and what I love about that is the class is mixed with men and women, and that brings out a really competitive side of me, because I'm like, I will not stop, even if it hurts. And also the music motivates me. And then Body Balance, which is yoga, Tai Chi and Pilates, and hurts more than anything else the next day. And I love it. And I always cry when we do the meditation at the end. And then then they also do Pilates there. And I think, right, if I can, I've just got to build it into my life. My day sort of, you're really good at prioritizing exercise, and I'm not. I walk the dog for about 90 minutes, but not at a fast pace. But then I'm not really making time for anything else, because the rest of my life sort of seems to get it's taken over by projects and
work. It's very difficult, I think, with anything. I think I need to prioritize this and exercise and meditation. I'm like, well, it all has to happen in the morning. It all has to happen. I almost want this all to happen before anyone else is up. So I probably need to wake at 3 a.m.
Yes, which I am doing it currently.
Yeah, you are. Some gyms are open at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I have joined a gym, and I have been doing circuit classes, which I really enjoy. But I haven't been able to go for this week, because I don't know if you can hear, but I'm rather bunged up. I'm just not top tip.
Yes. Top tip
condition.
Yes.
But I think with running and exercise and anything like that, it is totally possible to go from 0 to hero. And I don't think Lucy will mind me saying this, but she was never... We went to school together, Lucy Brown, née Greenwood, and Lucy never really enjoyed sport particularly, and wasn't into running at all. And this is something that she's grown to love and picked up in the last, 15 years or so. And she's truly inspirational, because she's absolutely brilliant. I mean, she's hard as nails. She vomited about 4 times going around the Brighton Marathon, because it was so hot. It was a horrendously hot day with no shade. And she was still faster than me on her final mile. And I was trying to jog alongside, and she was like, I'll see you at the finish line. I was like, okay, bye. I've not been running at all. Oh, look.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, so I'm like, good Lord, she's fit. So fit. I hope I'm not embarrassing you, Lucy, but I do think you're rather marvellous.
She sounds incredible. And actually, so last year I did, I got loads of scraps out of magazines, and, did what I wanted everything to look like, and sort of to focus me on what I wanted my life to look like. And fitness is always really up there, but yet it's something I don't prioritise at all. And I really... Seeing family members get older, I know we've talked about this before, but that really, like, I'm 47 now. I've got to crack on and just get on with it. I've got to prioritise it.
Maybe we should actually hold each other to account. Because one thing I wrote, just very quickly before we always go over time, but at least we know. At least we know we're nearly the end. last week was Beltane.
Mm.
And so it's the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. I think that's correct. Something like that. Maybe I'll check that.
I'm just shrugging my shoulders. I don't know. I've heard of it. I don't really know what it is.
But anyway, so I'd got this sheet from Kirsty Gallagher about your intentions going forward to before the autumn equinox, before the hibernation sort of kicks in again. And one of the things I wrote that I want to really get into my life daily is exercise. I think illness notwithstanding. But I thought, well, actually, it's totally possible.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to do an hour run.
No.
You don't need to do a marathon. You can do 15 minutes and that's great. Or do some stretches on yoga stretches. So maybe we should be saying to each other, have you done your exercise for the day?
Yeah.
And if you haven't, you have to go and do 10 minutes.
Well, whatever. I would love to exercise every day. I mean, I do love walking the dog, but that does sort of take a lot of time. Yes,
well, you walk the dog, and that is actually
yes, but
it is. Well, you could you run with Nancy?
Not anymore. She's a bit slow now. Bless her.
Could you put her in one of those dog?
Well,
buggies?
I tend to run over the fields. And she used to run alongside me, but I'll find a way around it. And also signing back up for these classes. When I did these classes a few years ago, I loved them and I really enjoyed them. And because I'm waking so freaking early at the moment, I actually quite like getting up, getting a load of work done because I feel like I've gained loads of extra time. So maybe I'll do that and then do a class. We might just have to record a bit later in the day, Suze, but that's all right, isn't it? You can be exercising, I can be exercising, and we can record.
We'll exercise
11:30 instead of 10.
We can just meet up, be a bit sweatier. It'll be fresh. It'll be zingy. It'll be energized.
You say fresh and zingy. If I've just walked out, I'll be
something will be fresh.
Yeah,
something will be zingy. Anyway, thank you, Lucy, for that suggestion.
Yes.
I enjoyed talking about running, and it's kind of made me want to go for a run this afternoon, even though I can't properly breathe.
It's made me want to, but I'm actually going for a pub brunch with friends for my birthday, so I'll just eat and drink instead.
Yes, well, look, it was your birthday. Happy birthday to you for last week, and thank you, everybody. And if you do want to make a suggestion for us to ramble about, rambling's very good exercise as well. Then please do sign up now to Limited Time Only Community, which is our infrequent newsletter of manageable length. We only had one come out so far. I think accidentally I sent it twice to some people. Sorry about that. I'm still getting to grips with the software. Yes, I'm so sorry, guys.
We've just got to learn, haven't we? That's it.
Not that infrequent. You get the same one every week. But we're still sending out the first one at the moment to those of you who haven't signed up yet. And it has got a box on there to just make a quick suggestion of something we can talk about. And that would be amazing. And we will see you all next week for our episode, which features NADIA ATTURA, who is a internationally renowned artist.
Artiste.
So it will be
fabulous.
Fantastic to meet her. So yes, look forward to that and have a wonderful week.
Yes, have a wonderful week. Ta-ra, bit. Ta-ra.
You have been listening to Limited Time Only. Brief, small but perfectly formed, just like me.